right, so you've asked for years for me to teach the spirit fighting forms, and I have decided that I'm going to go ahead and create a video course teaching these 5-element Kung Fu forms. These are very powerful shamanic forms. You've heard me talk about them ever since I started this channel. If you've practiced any of the Qigong that I've taught, if you've done the Celestial Qigong, if you are doing the Lightning Qigong on the Patreon channel, then you have benefited already. If you felt the power of any and all of those exercises, I'm going to be teaching the art that actually taught me that energy, and these are the actual forms that I reverse engineered in order to create the Celestial Qigong and many of the practices that you're doing on the Patreon channel. So I'm doing this because people have been contacting me after having had very powerful experiences with both the Lightning Qigong and also with the Celestial Qigong, and then most recently the Summoning the Immortals Qigong form that I recently taught. And people are starting to have their own Dr. Manhattan experiences from that. And as you know, the Lightning Qigong is in fact tapping into the third powerful energy that is available to humans that up until recently has not been revealed publicly. People are familiar with Kundalini, people are familiar with Qi and Prana, but to my knowledge, there is no other practice that actually teaches you how to get to the Shin, the heart mind, the feminine lightning power that surrounds the soul. Again, those of you who've practiced other types of Qigong, you know of Jing, Qi, and Shen. So you know of the Shen power, which is the soul, but you may not know that the soul is encased in a feminine Shakti energy called the Shin. And the Shin is the heart mind. It is the feminine lightning that surrounds the soul. And like Dr. Manhattan here, if you are able to allow that lightning energy, which normally stays self-contained, when you know how to unlock it and have it release itself into the body, then you start having these kinds of Dr. Manhattan experiences. This is because the Mao Shan tradition, as you know, if you know anything about Taoism, the Mao Shan tradition is thought of as being sorcery. It's wrongly called black magic, but the original form is Shang Qing, which is the realm of the highest purity, the realm of the highest heavens. And it is the original Taoist practice from which all of the other Taoist sects and all of the other Taoist mountains came from. And the elite on that mountain had this understanding of the lightning power. They knew how to tap into it, how to stimulate it, and how to release it into the body and for other types of things as well. So what you see me doing here is I am doing the spirit fighting Mao Shan forms, and this practice is incredibly powerful, and it is the only practice that I'm aware of that actually unlocks that lightning power in the heart. Everything that I've taught, there are people who are doing the Patreon, the Lightning Qigong, the thunderwizard.com practice, who are telling me that they're having to slow down the practice because the intensity of it is so powerful. That gives you an idea of how powerful this is. These forms that you see me doing over here are actually an even quicker route to go directly into that lightning power. So for those of you who want to really tap into the purest power of, at least in my experience, the quickest way to true power and awareness and to tap into the to the most powerful Shakti energy I've ever come across, then I invite you to take this 5-element Kung Fu form video course in apprenticeship. Now, if you are interested in this, then below, go ahead and leave me your name and an email address. If there are enough people who are interested, I will go ahead and start putting this video course together. Bear in mind, this isn't going to be cheap. This is the power of this, the sacredness of it, and the fact that, to my knowledge, you can't find it anywhere else in the world. Especially, you're not going to. I can guarantee you, you will not find a video course that's going to teach you those 5-element Mao Shan spirit fighting Kung Fu forms. I guarantee you you won't find that anywhere. But I am looking for people who want the whole package. They really want to transform. So it's not going to be cheap. It's going to cost you some money, and I'm going to be, I can't tell you how long the video course will be. The reason is because I feel if I'm going to teach these 5-element forms, you should learn all of them. Because once you start opening up one of the elements, you're going to need the others to balance it. So I'm not just going to teach one element form at a time, because you'd be out of balance then. So you need to be willing to commit to learn this. At least the first 5 elements, and that's all you'll ever need, by the way. There are levels beyond that, and if I get the feeling that people are able to master it through video and through Skype apprenticeship, then I will consider to teach the other 3 levels of spirit fighting practice. Those of you, if you're just doing the Lightning Qigong on the Patreon page, don't worry, there's going to be plenty more stuff like the set that you just learned, the Summoning the Immortals set. You felt that. I've given that away for free because I've been talking about this stuff for 10 years, and you guys have just had to take my word for it. I wanted you to actually feel what an actual form does. I've given you bits and pieces. I've given you the nuts and bolts, the infrastructure, doing the postures and doing the meditations and learning that. That's really the nuts and bolts of it. But now that you have that, I can start giving you forms, and you'll be able to know what to do with them. You'll be able to feel them. And so it's also my belief, based on my recent meditations, that the ancestors are making it clear that they want this knowledge now given to the world, to whomever is willing to do the work to learn it. So, and if you're interested in this, give me your name, give me your email address. Be prepared. As I said, it's not going to be cheap, and you're going to have to. In other words, if you decide to do it, there's no turning back. You will have put enough cash down. It'll have hurt enough that you will have to learn it. So if you're worried about having any resistance, or if you're worried about whatever, at the very least, you're gonna follow through. It's gonna be something. I want you to go through the same kind of experience that I went through, which was that, I had to jump through a lot of hoops to learn this stuff. And, each level along the way wasn't handed to me. I had to earn my right into it. Sometimes it cost me a great deal of money to learn, just one form. And then to have private lessons, apprenticeship with the teacher who took me one-on-one to make sure that my forms were really working. I want you to have that same experience, because I want you to really benefit from it. So if I see enough people interested, I will go ahead and start putting this together, and I will release it as soon as I can. So put your name and your email down below, and I will keep you all in the loop as this continues. And yeah, that's it. So I look forward to hearing from you, and that's it for now. Take care of yourselves, stay safe, I will talk to you soon.